Most of us are taught a safe formula for wealth from the day we are born. Work hard, save money, buy a house, and never put all your eggs in one basket. But have you ever wondered why the richest man on the planet right now runs his finances by completely burning down all those rules? At this point in time, Elon Musk has officially become the world's first ever trillionaire, with his net worth skyrocketing past $1.3 trillion. He dominates the global space industry with SpaceX, leads the electric vehicle revolution with Tesla, paves the way for the brain-computer interface era with Neuralink, and owns one of the world's largest digital town squares, the X platform. But the crazy thing is, this powerful man once sold all of his luxurious mansions just to rent a $50,000 tiny home, and was willing to throw his very last dimes into projects with a 90% failure rate. Why does Elon Musk's money mindset defy 99.99% of the crowd? Is he a genius who sees the future, or just a madman who got lucky on a financial gambling table? Don't think this story is too far-fetched for you, because right now, we are going to crack Musk's insane financial code. A code that, if you understand it, will completely change how you look at the money in your wallet today. Let's start with the most classic gamble in Silicon Valley history. In 2002, after selling the payment platform PayPal, Elon Musk pocketed $180 million after taxes. At the age of 31, with that kind of money, most people would choose to buy supercars, a private island, and retire comfortably. But Musk didn't. He divided the money. $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and $10 million into SolarCity. He kept exactly $0 for himself. By 2008, the most horrific crisis hit. The global financial meltdown exploded. SpaceX's first 3 rocket launches exploded in the sky, burning hundreds of millions of dollars into piles of ash. At the same time, Tesla fell into a supply chain nightmare, completely running out of cash due to massive production costs. Musk stood before the most brutal choice of his life. Either split his remaining tiny pool of money to save one of the 2 companies, or pump it all into both and accept the risk of going completely bankrupt. The pressure was so intense that Musk was constantly vomiting from stress. His marriage collapsed, and he stayed awake every single night. Ordinary millionaires would choose the safe path to preserve a portion of their wealth and reputation. But Musk gathered all of his last personal funds and even borrowed money from friends to pay his rent, just to pour everything into SpaceX's 4th launch and Tesla's final weeks of bleeding cash. If it failed that time, Elon Musk would officially become a homeless man drowning in debt. That extreme grit paid off. The 4th launch was a success. SpaceX secured a lifeline contract from NASA, and Tesla was saved in the final hours before Christmas in 2008. But why did Musk dare to risk his life like that? Is it because he knows no fear? The answer lies in how he defines risk, something that most of us misunderstand completely. The crowd views money as a tool to buy safety. We hoard money because we fear the future. On the contrary, Elon Musk views money as fuel to burn. Money has no value to him if it just sits idle in a bank to earn interest. The biggest risk is not losing money, but keeping the money and losing the opportunity to create great things. You don't need to sell your house to invest like Musk. But if you are holding onto a pile of savings and dare not invest in knowledge, or dare not test a new idea just because you fear losing, you are trapping yourself in the illusion of safety of the majority. The next difference lies in how Musk solves problems when facing walls that seem impossible to climb. When Musk came up with the idea of putting humans on Mars, he went to Russia to ask to buy old rockets. The military contractors shouted a price of $65 million for a single rocket. Musk immediately refused because that price was too insane. Returning on the plane, instead of accepting reality and giving up his goal like other companies would do, Musk applied a thinking method called first principles. He began a brutal research journey, teaching himself all the knowledge of aerodynamics and aerospace engineering through books. He asked himself, what physical materials make up a rocket? The answer is aerospace-grade aluminum alloys, titanium, copper, carbon fiber, and fiberglass. Then, he looked up the market prices of those raw materials on the commodities exchange. The result astonished Musk. The raw materials only accounted for a mere 2% of the price of a standard rocket. The other 98% was middleman costs, assembly, and bureaucratic overhead. Instead of spending $65 million to buy one, Musk used that money to set up his own factory, buy raw materials, and build rockets himself. That is why SpaceX was born and cut rocket launch costs to be 10 times cheaper than the entire global space industry. Most people fail at making money because they always look at what others are doing and copy them. They see someone opening a coffee shop and making money, so they do the same, only to face failure when the market becomes saturated. Musk is different. He breaks everything down to its most basic physical state and calculates from the ground up. When you want to start a business or invest, don't ask how people are doing it. Ask what the core value proposition is here. Don't accept the price tags and the rules of the game that others lay out for you. Break down the costs. Break down the real value to find the most optimal path. Finally, there is a brutal paradox. Those who crave money the most are often those who make the least. If you looked at the list of the easiest industries to make money in the 2000s, no one in their right mind would choose electric cars or rocket manufacturing. Those were notorious money pits that large corporations avoided at all costs. The early days of Tesla were a series of mockeries from the media and Wall Street experts. They called Tesla a joke and constantly shorted the stock, wishing for the company to go bankrupt. Musk had to sleep right on the factory floor, losing severe weight to directly fix errors on the Model 3 production line. But Elon Musk still dove in and endured all that pressure because his ultimate goal was never the Forbes billionaire list. He chose to make electric cars because he saw the world facing an energy crisis. He chose to build rockets because he wanted humanity to have a backup plan if Earth faced a catastrophe. He solved the problems that the entire human race is stuck on. And when you try to solve the biggest problem, the world will automatically throw the largest fortune into your hands as an inevitable reward. Sounds grand and macro, doesn't it? But this is the core secret that classifies the levels of wealth in society. The majority goes to work with the mindset, how much money do I want to make a month? They focus on the reward instead of focusing on the value created. Elon Musk goes to work with the mindset, what problem can I solve for society? Money is just a byproduct of the value you create. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you get back. If you want to increase your income, stop looking for quick money-making gimmicks. Instead, upgrade yourself to solve things that others cannot do. When your problem-solving capacity increases, the cash flow will automatically chase you down. Elon Musk's money mindset is not telling you to become a reckless gambler, selling your entire fortune to bet with fate. The 99.99% code here is a wake-up call. If you keep the same old mental ruts of the crowd, you will always get the same results as the crowd. Stop viewing money as a safe cocoon to hide in. Turn it into a weapon, a tool to break through your own limits. What impresses you the most about Elon Musk? His boldness, his first principles thinking, or the way he overcame crises that should have broken him? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the secret wealth-cracking formulas of the next extraordinary minds. Goodbye, and see you next time.